Bill Clinton out of the Monica Lewinsky impeachment, and he was able to do it. So he's really honored. Now, he said to the Chicago Tribune, they were bragging. He's actually bragging. He says, quote, Barack Obama will go down in history as America's first Jewish president. It makes you teary-eyed to realize. You say, well, Jewish president, he's black. He's half black, half white. Well, we're not talking about in the flesh. You know, in the sense that Bill Clinton was often called the first black president.
Correct.
So now, Abner Mikva says that since he came to Chicago in his 20s, we Jews mentored and helped Obama. Now, people don't realize that his congressional district was mostly Jews, not black.
They don't. Nope. That's exactly right. This new DVD is simply another one of those rare must-have, must-view, must-pass around to your friends who care and who have a reasonably open mind. This is a stunner. It's called Rothschild's Choice, Barack Obama and the Hidden Cabal Behind the Plot to Murder America. This is, without question, the most dangerous situation this country has ever faced, not even close to anything else. And we'll be back to talk with Texe Mars about this new DVD in a little bit more detail in just a couple of minutes. Stand by. Texe Mars. Barack Obama, as you may know, won almost 53% of the votes in the so-called presidential election, but that isn't why he's sitting in the White House. He's in the White House for one reason, and one reason only. Obama was Rothschild's choice, which is the name of Texe Mars' new DVD, just out now and just shipping. You can click on the information right below Texe's name. Go to his website. This is a stunner. It goes on and on and on about connecting the dots, and they are almost invariably Zionist Jewish dots. There are some token Gentiles in there who play right along, but ultimately this is a Zionist Jewish coup d'etat of the formerly United States of America. There's no question about it, none. Look at the names. These aren't Irish Catholic or Buddhist or Egyptian names or Arab or Muslim or Argentinian names. These are names straight out of the Zionist Jewish roster of superstar power players. That's what this is all about. And the media, of course, owned by the same group, runs right along, cheek by jowl with them, doing everything they're told and everything they don't even have to be told. They're out there pushing to begin with. The agenda is clear. It is obvious, and it is being pursued. 0.02% of the world's population is Jewish, and only a smaller percentage of that are Zionist Jews. There are many wonderful Jews in the world. Many of them are in Israel fighting against the Zionist government there. Many of them are here fighting against the kind of Zionism that is ruining this country. We know all this now. Thanks to people like Texe Mars who have come forward and are not afraid to tell it like it is, we have a better chance than ever of understanding who the enemy really is. And it's not all that hard to see. Obama is the quintessential People magazine, pop culture, Mr. Cool. He's just one of us. Presidents. He's no more a president than, well, never mind. Rahm Emanuel, keeping a surprisingly low profile. Rahm Emanuel, Mossad, dual citizen, Zionist Israeli, running the White House affairs day by day. If Obama himself ever steps out of line, he will be martyred. That's the opinion of many political observers who have watched the game for a long, long time. Tex, in your video, you make one point that is very relevant and very important. Americans have been brought up, thanks to Marlon Brando and the Godfather movies, to think of the mafia as being Sicilian Italian. Who really runs the mafia? Who has always really run the mafia over here? Zionist Jews.
The mafia is basically centered, of course, throughout the United States, various outlets, but Chicago and New York is really the headquarters, and it's always been Jewish Zionist run. And the Italian Sicilian faction has always worked for the Jews. By the way, it's interesting that now that they have gained such power that this coup d'etat has taken place, and they are now confident of their ability, the Zionists, and this little element, this hidden cabal, is now very busy actually telling us what they've been doing all along, and it's sort of like a revelation of the method, that Michael Hoffman talked about.
They're almost bragging about it.
Yes, for example, there's a new book out entitled Super Mob, and it reveals the fact that all along we thought Al Capone or Roselia Giancana or somebody like that was running the mob, sort of like the Tony Sopranos, But no, wait. No, it's a man named Sidney Korshak, a Jew, who very quietly from Chicago was said to be able to run the whole United States, and presidents obeyed his every command. Roselli, Giancana, all of them worked for this man.
They were lieutenants.
Yeah, they were all lieutenants, and so the even today, of course, the Jews own Chicago, the mafia, and they own Las Vegas, New Jersey, New York City, and all the other gangster cities. Now, this goes all the way back to the turn of the century, into the 20th century. You'll remember, and I exposed this in my video, the greatest sports scandal in America.
Oh, yeah.
Was the Black Sox scandal. Well, it was about 8 players during the World Series of 1919, I believe it was, who threw the World Series. They were Chicago White Sox players. They were, as it turns out, and they were caught, and, someone went to prison. The one man who never went to prison, who was behind it all, who was head of Murder Incorporated, was Arnold Rothschild, the Jewish mafia leader. So this goes all the way. The greatest sports scandal in American history was run by a Jew. The mob, the super mob, was run by a Jew. So now we fast forward just a couple of decades from Sidney Korshak in the JFK assassination, which many now believe that Korshak, or his lieutenants, I should say, sponsored. Now we have Barack Obama, a product of this same milieu. And Abner Mikva, this famous Jewish attorney in Chicago, he even says that a young Barack Obama came to me in his 20s and asked me, give me some tips on how I can get to be a big political star. And Abner Mikva said the first thing you must do is become a Christian. You've got to go join a powerful black church and have a black power base. And so he joined Jeremiah Wright's church. That's why he joined a Christian church. A Jew told him to do it.
Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. It's all in Tex's new DVD documentary, Rothschild's Choice. Get a copy of it and prepare to be amazed. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, and we're back with Mr. Texe Mars. It's always a real honor to have Texe on the program. He is a legend of our time.